Hi, it's Anya. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Bookmas. I am very excited for this. This is my first reading vlog of Bookmas, I think, if everything works out the way I'm planning for it to. This is the first reading vlog I'm filming, at least. Like, my Bookmas Day 1 will be my December TBR. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Bookmas Day 2. Sorry if I'm wrong. For today's video, I'm going to let my reading journal pick my reads in like a fun way. There's a twist to it. I have my reading journal right here. In my reading journal, I have some TBR pages. I have my entire physical TBR that I owned before 2025 written out like this. I have 5 pages in total. And then I have this page, which is all the books I've bought in 2025. On page 1, I have romance. On page 2, there's romance and mystery and thrillers. Page 3 is a little more random. There's some mystery, there's sci-fi, memoirs, classics, and general fiction. Page 4 is just fantasy. Page 5 is another mix. There's all of my thrifted books and a few fantasies, I think. And on this one there's all kinds of genres, everything I bought this year. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open Google, find a dice. I'm gonna roll from 1 through 6, obviously, and I'm gonna let that dice choose what page I will be picking from, and then I'm gonna roll the dice again to see how many books I will be choosing from that page. So I could read 1 book, I could read 6. 6 will be hard, but we're gonna see what happens. I think I'm gonna stop talking now and we're just gonna get to rolling. So I have the dice on Google. We're gonna roll to see which page we will be choosing from. The pages I want the most is 1, 4, and 6. So, crossing my fingers. Let's roll the dice. Six! This is good! That's my 2025 purchases. This is great. Now, let's roll again to see how many I will be reading. 4. Okay. It's like kind of in the middle. Not bad. Shouldn't be too hard, but it's also a little bit of a challenge. I have quite a few on here that I really want to read. Now, I think it's fun to finish crossing off months. Like January, I've read every single book. February, I'm missing 1. That is Good Omens by Terry Pratchett. So I might read that just to finish off that month. There's a few I want to read. Should I pick out all of my reads right now, or should we do one at a time? Maybe we should do like a to be considered. So I think Good Omens will be an option. My April reads, These Infinite Threads by Tahereh Mafi is really high on my priority list. I really want to read that one. There's nothing else in April that I really want. On my June reads, The Striker, The Marlowe Murder Club, The Battle of the Labyrinth. In July, The Tower of the Swallow is someone I really want to read. A Midsummer Night's Dream would be fun. I think I want to start with These Infinite Threads by Tahereh Mafi. This is the second book to This Woman Kingdom. I'm really excited for that one. I'm gonna go get it and then we're gonna talk about it. The camera might have moved a little bit. The ring light keeps falling off and it turns my camera, so I've tried. But I've got the book here. These Infinite Threads by Tahereh Mafi. Like I said, it's the second book in This Woman Kingdom series. There's currently 4 books out. I don't think the series is over, but I don't know. I really loved This Woman Kingdom. I absolutely adored it. That book made me want to read more romantasy. So I'm really excited for this one. In This Woman Kingdom, we meet this girl. I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but she's a djinn. And I don't know exactly why, but she has to keep it a secret. And she has this magic. And she's also the secret heir to an old djinn kingdom. But she's working as a maid for this family, and one day she decides to save this boy, and the prince sees her, and that starts things. But there's twists. There's some kind of prophecy that makes it so they shouldn't like each other, you know? But the yearning from that man, every time we were in his thoughts, seeing the way he was thinking about our FMC, I was obsessed. At the end of that book, things happened and I'm a little concerned. But I'm very excited to see how we're gonna deal with that. If this is another Adam situation, I will be so upset. I like our FMC. I want to know how to pronounce her name. I should look that up. I love Prince Cameron. There's other characters. I'm a little conflicted. Do I love them or hate them? I don't know. I'm excited to see who they are. And like, am I supposed to love them or hate them? I don't know. But we're gonna get to reading. I'm excited. I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm so happy right now. I'm gonna read. Okay, it's a lot later. It's currently 10:35. I'm about to go to bed. But I am on chapter 18. I read the first 58 pages and then I switched over to the audiobook and I'm really enjoying it. I enjoyed reading the book as well. I love this series. Reading this book really reminded me of how much I loved book 1. I'm having so much fun. The audiobook is great. I'm a little over halfway through actually, but chapter 18 starts on page 227 and I'm further into chapter 18. I don't know the exact page because I'm listening to the book, but I'm having so much fun. I don't know if I can say anything about the plot in this one without spoiling book 1, so I'm gonna try to not do that. I don't think there's anything I can say. I'm a little frustrated with the Prince Cameron, but I also understand him, so I'm not too mad at him. But my favorite thing about book 1 was the interactions between Prince Cameron and I've been listening to the audiobook, so I learned how to pronounce her name, but now I forgot. Alice, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, the interactions between them was my favorite part, especially Prince Cameron's chapters where we got his thoughts and like just him yearning for her. I don't know. I think his chapters are still my favorite. The whole book is written in third person, but you can still separate between whose chapter it is. And I think his chapters are the most interesting, mainly because I don't like the characters that she's interacting with in her chapters. But I'm also very intrigued. Like, some people seem bad, but are they really bad? I'm not sure. So I'm really enjoying this one. I think this series is so much better than the Shatter Me series. It is the same author. And the Shatter Me series gets so much hype, but this is so much better. This is really underrated. This series deserves the hype Shatter Me is getting, because this is amazing. It's very bingeable, easy to understand, easy to read. It's a YA fantasy, so obviously it shouldn't take too much brain power. But I'm just so invested. From the first page, I was into it. And I felt like that with book 1 as well. I'm so glad there's 2 more books after this. I own the 3rd one. I don't own the 4th one because it's published in like a bigger size. So I'm not gonna buy it until it comes out in the normal size. But now I'm really enjoying the audiobook, so I could just continue the series as an audiobook because it's so much fun. I really like the way this is written. You can definitely tell a difference between this and the Shatter Me series, and I think that just shows how great of a writer Tahereh Mafi is, because in the Shatter Me series it's so clear that we're following Juliet. Not only like the plot and the conversations, but the way that story is written. And this is written differently. I feel like we still have that Tahereh Mafi, like, what should I say? We can tell that it's her, but it's different, and I like when an author can separate their works and we can tell the difference while still seeing the same spark, I guess. I'm having so much fun with this. I'm not going to be able to finish it today because I do have work in the morning. I now have 2 hours and 20 minutes left of the audiobook. That is sped up, by the way. It is actually longer, but I'm listening on 2 times speed. So I have 2 hours and 20 minutes left. I'm going to be listening a little bit in bed, I think. And then I'm going to continue tomorrow when I'm getting ready. And we'll speak again when I get home from work. I'm really enjoying this. I'm having so much fun. is about to die, so I'm gonna do this very quickly. I'm gonna do my whole review for these different threads later, but now we need to pick our next read. I picked out 4 options that I am considering. So, All This Twisted Glory, continuing the series, is very much an option right now. I need to know how this continues. Why am I loving characters that I didn't think I was gonna love? But if I don't pick this up right now, it will be soon. The Battle of the Labyrinth is a YA fantasy, obviously. I might be in the mood for this, I'm not sure. I want something easy. That's all I know. The Marlowe Murder Club, I'm so excited for this. I might actually pick this up. It's a short little mystery and it's giving Thursday Murder Club vibes. So this might be the way to go. And then I've been in the mood for A Midsummer Night's Dream recently. Shocking, I know. Why would I want to pick up a classic? But I kind of really want to read this. Oh, the ending of the last one made me want to pick up this one. But I'm kind of thinking one of these. I think I'm going to go for the Marlowe Murder Club because I want to listen to this on audio, and I don't think I want an audiobook right now. I want to read something physical, so I'm going to pick up the Marlowe Murder Club. I'm going to give you a synopsis soon, but I just need to charge the battery, so I'm going to start reading and then we'll chat later. I should take my hair down. I don't want to do it though. It is Tuesday. Yesterday I said I was going to start the Marlowe Murder Club, and I did. I'm currently on page 146. It's good. It's not my favorite. I don't love it as much as the Thursday Murder Club, but I am enjoying it. But I did also start All This Twisted Glory because I decided that I wanted to take my makeup off before I started reading, and I needed an audiobook. And then when I got ready for bed, I put the audiobook on. When I got ready for work today, when I made dinner, when I ate dinner. So I have been listening quite a lot to All This Twisted Glory, the 3rd book in the This Woman Kingdom series. Let's see how long I have left. I'm almost halfway through. I have 3.5 hours left of the audiobook. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm so upset though. There's characters I wanted to hate that I love and characters I wanted to love that I now kind of hate. And I'm so concerned as to how all of these different relationships between the characters are going to develop. Oh, I'm nervous, but I'm loving it so much. This one, like I said, I don't love it as much as the Thursday Murder Club, which is disappointing. I think there's some humor in it, which I love. Like the Thursday Murder Club is older people with a lot of sarcasm solving murders. There's so much humor in it. I see some of the same thing in this, but not as much. I wish there was more of the humor because that really gives character to the people. There's a few lines where I'm kind of chuckling a little, but I wish there was more. I don't really feel connected to these characters, so hopefully when I carry on with the series I'll enjoy it more. I don't know. Right now I am considering picking up another book, not because I don't enjoy my books. I would gladly listen to the audiobook of All This Twisted Glory a little bit more, but I want something physical as well. And I think I'm just going to save this until I go to bed. I want to read this in bed because I think that's just a much better experience. Last night reading it in bed, enjoyed it more than reading it here. So I'm going to try to go to bed a little bit earlier today and then bring this upstairs so I can finish it. And if I don't, I'll finish it tomorrow. I was going to finish it as soon as I got home from work today, but then I fell asleep, so that didn't happen. Now, for my next book, I am considering A Midsummer Night's Dream, unless I have something else. I don't think there's anything else I really want to read right now. So I'm actually gonna start A Midsummer Night's Dream and I'll update you a little bit later.
We present A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare.
The lighting is horrible, like especially now that it's dark outside, you don't really get any natural light. I'm still on the lookout for some kind of ceiling light. I've lived here for a month and a half, maybe, something like that, and I still cannot find a lamp. I've looked at multiple stores, I've looked online, I cannot find anything that I like. Not the point. I did finish A Midsummer Night's Dream, honestly, I'm a little confused. Like, maybe I'm just stupid. But this is kind of a love triangle. There's this girl and this guy, Hermia and Lysander, who's in love with each other. But Hermia's father wants her to marry Demetrius. And then there's Helena, who I think is Hermia's sister, but I could be wrong. They could just be friends. But she's in love with Demetrius, but he hates her. And then there's fairies, and there's some kind of spell, I don't know. And then there's also a play. Some like random people are working on this play, and then they perform the play at the end. I don't know. My Goodreads review, I don't write a lot of reviews. I prefer like speaking my reviews. I barely write them. Mainly because people I know in real life asked to follow my Goodreads, and now I'm scared. But anyways, I did write a review. My review was, do you think Shakespeare was on drugs? Because that's how I felt. Like, was he on drugs while writing this? Because I'm just confused. I gave it 2 stars. I didn't really enjoy it. I don't understand how this is a comedy. It's supposedly one of his greatest comedies. Shouldn't I have laughed? Maybe it's better to actually see it performed. It definitely made me want to go to the theater and see a play. Like, one of my biggest dreams is to go to England and watch a play. Preferably starring Tom Hiddleston. But I'm not that picky. I just want to see a Shakespearean play in England. And this book made me want that even more. So it did something right. I just didn't really enjoy it that much. It's short though, so it's fine. And I'm glad I read it, because I am trying to read more of his plays. But right now, I'm gonna just unwind a little with the YouTube video, and then I'm gonna go get ready for bed. I'm gonna listen to All This Twisted Glory while I do get ready for bed. I think I'm on chapter 15 or 16. The chapters on the audiobook doesn't match up, so I thought I was on like chapter 18. But then I'm not. So I'm going to listen to a little bit more of that, and then we're going to bring this one upstairs. I'm going to try to update you before I go to bed, because I'm really bad at updating, but I'm going to try my best to read a little bit and then update you. I don't think I'll be able to finish it, but I would like to get at least close to the end. But I just need a little unwinding time. This is possibly the least flattering angle ever, but I just read a line. Not exactly Pyramus and Thisbe in this book. I just finished A Midsummer Night's Dream, and Pyramus and Thisbe are characters in that play. Well, they're characters in the play. So that's random. Like, what do you mean I read this and A Midsummer Night's Dream on the same day? That's kind of weird. You can see the glare in my glasses. I'm sorry about that, but I actually do need to wear them, so we're just gonna ignore it. I have finished the Marlowe Murder Club and All This Twisted Glory. I don't think I've updated you after any of them, so we're gonna do that now. First, we're just gonna do a recap of these. I rolled the dice, and it told me to read 4 books, which I have done. I started with These Infinite Threads by Tahara Mafi, the second book in the This Woven Kingdom series. I ended up rating this one 4.5 stars. I really, really loved it. There's one reason that I'm not giving it a 5 star. I cannot say what that thing is without spoiling, so I'm not going to. But there was just something I was missing, and if that was there, I think it would have been a 5-star. I love this series so much. I am hooked from the very first page, which rarely happens. Usually it takes me at least like 50 to 70 pages to get interested. First page, and I was in it. In book 1 and in this one. I think this is written perfectly for my reading taste. I love the characters. I really changed my mind on a lot of the characters. I thought I was like dead set on my feelings towards people, but it's definitely changed. And I love how Darren Mafi is able to make me change my opinions in like an organic way. I feel like in some books we're like forced to like this one character and hate this other, but I feel like I really need to think about my feelings on these characters, which I love. The plot, very interesting. This is definitely a little like a filler book, but I do think it was necessary for the story. We needed this for book 3, so I'm glad we had it. It's really good. I don't think a filler book necessarily is a bad thing. Sometimes they're needed, but they need to be entertaining while also being filler books, and this was definitely entertaining. I loved it. Then I read A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. I rated this one 2 stars. I didn't really love it. I was reading about this play, and it was like said to be one of his most comedic plays, like one of the best comedies ever. And like, I just didn't get it. Like, where's the comedy? I didn't really care for the plot or any of the characters. It was just so much into it. Like, we had this love triangle between these characters, and then there was some fairies. I didn't understand how they fit into the story. And then there was a play, which didn't make sense either, but then like he tied it together by performing the play for the characters we met first. But I didn't care, and I didn't like it, and I didn't really get the point of this one. So 2 stars, not my favorite. One positive thing about that one, though, I think I've already said it, but it did make me want to go see plays, like acted out. I think that would be something I would really enjoy. Unfortunately, not an option for me, but it's definitely a bucket list item for me to go to England to see a Shakespearean play. Then I picked up these 2 on the same day. This one as an audiobook and this one as a physical book. This is the one I finished first, so we're going to start by talking about All This Twisted Glory, which is book 3 in the This Woman Kingdom series. And I'm just going to start by saying I rated this one 5 stars. I loved it. Oh my goodness. A bit of the plot of this and the second book are kind of getting mixed up in my mind here. But a lot happened, and I'm nervous and I'm excited. There's things in the plot that I'm not too excited about. I'm hoping our FMC isn't making the decision that has been talked about. I don't want that. I have strong opinions on how I want this to go, what I want her to do, and I'm hoping that I'll be right. When I'm thinking of the cover of book 4 in the series, it feels like I should be happy, but then again, with the little idea that a certain character had, I'm not sure. Like, my thought on this one is kind of the same as these infinite threads. Just the plot was heavier in this, and I liked it. I feel like this one definitely had a stronger plot. It can stand on its own, while the other one needed to be like a build-up. I'm obsessed with this. Oh my god, I just remembered something. I'm scared. I need them to just communicate and really get your thoughts and feelings out here. I need everyone to be on the same page. I need everyone to understand each other. Oh my god, I'm so afraid that there's gonna be like misunderstandings. I love this series. I'm obsessed. I need to read more romantasy. This one's perfect. If you know any books that are like similar to the series, I would love to know. 5 stars. Then I just finished this, The Marlowe Murder Club. I've been so excited for this. I bought it earlier this year, and I've been eyeing it for longer than that. this just seems like the perfect mystery. I love the Thursday Murder Club. This reminded me of that because it's like an older woman gathering friends to solve murders, which is something I really love. This is my favorite. I ended up rating it 3 stars. I feel like the evidence that we got didn't really make sense, and our characters just like figured it out for no reason really. Like she didn't have there was not enough evidence to make her truly know this. It's so far-fetched, and I like it to be realistic, and this just wasn't that. I think it was fun, but there was nothing in me that could guess as to how it would turn out, which is good, I guess, but it didn't really make sense, and I didn't like or really love the way it was executed. I feel like we just jumped to conclusions and we just decided that this is how it's going to be, and then we started investigating things instead of looking for evidence when that's what we should do. And I just wasn't satisfied. I'm going to continue the series. Like, it's good enough that I want to read more, but it's not as good as I was expecting. So that's a little sad, but I'm glad I've read it. So I can finally cross off 4 books on my physical TBR, which is great. This was the first reading vlog of Bookmas 2025. I don't know how this video turned out, to be honest. I feel like it's just a little messy when I read multiple books at once, but it was needed right now because I've been slumping and I feel like I'm getting out of it, so it definitely did help me. But I'm going to try to be better. I really have no clue how the video turned out. So, not every video is going to be this messy, but I had fun, and that's the most important thing. Now I'm gonna just end this video and I'm gonna start my next Bookmas video because I need to really stay on my grind here to be able to do this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please comment if you've read any of these books or if you just want to chat. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, peace out, lovers.